all right. Welcome back to S.WigginsTV. I'm your host, Worldwide Wiggins. And I got a movie star, man, in the building. A special guest. Please welcome, man, Jesse James, a.k.a. James from Crips Bloods, Made in America. Or you may know him from Playboy, Gangster, Crip, matter of fact, in the building. How you feeling, OG?
Oh man, I'm good, man. I'm 6 feet above, breathing, walking, and talking. I can't complain, man.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. Well, they say I heard a lot about you, man. They said, hey, he's the best person that if nobody could speak on Playboy history, he's the man, man. He's like the godfather of it all. So let's take it all the way back, man. How old were you when you got courted on or was aware of the Playboys, man?
Well, I didn't get courted on because I started the set. I was only about, I was about 17, man, about 17 and a half, something like that, going on 18. Me and my, that neighborhood is a well-to-do neighborhood. Anybody that had been on Corning and all that know that it was a lot of money over there. You know what I mean? So, because we right by Chevy and Hills.
Yeah.
You could walk to Chevy. You could walk to Beverly Hills from my hood. So it's a lot of money over there. So a lot of other gangs used to come over there thinking niggas was soft. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't realize that we moved there from South Central.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody over there came over there from somewhere. You know what I mean? From different areas of South Central and the East Side. So we wasn't soft. We just had parents that was doing good and just try to move somewhere that was more affluent. You know what I mean? But,
right.
And so when they came over there, we already had streets that stuck together like Bedford, Corning, Garth, Sherrington. We had our crews on every street. And we grew up together and went to Hamilton High and Pasadena Junior High. But at the same time, you pretty much by where you hung out on your street. You know what I mean? And so these guys, it was a few little young guys used to hang out on Corning, and Don Juan had went over there. That's my homeboy Don Juan. We started to set together, and he met them. You know what I mean? And he already know I was Crip influenced because I grew up on Harlem. I grew up in the 30s. With Cadillac Jim, Don, Dennis Johnson, all them niggas. And so I was already wearing a blue rag, and I don't know if you remember, we had the rabbit fur glove and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Khaki suit, the hair net, the biscuits. I ain't talking about the Stacy's. I'm in the other little round biscuits. You know what I mean? You can't even find them. I've been looking for them. But, all that there, man, the crocus sacks, you know how we used to dress back in the day. And so I was already doing all that, and he saw that. And we met through a mutual friend, and then me and Don Juan got close, and he said, man, why don't we just start something over here, man? Niggas be coming over here, and he said, I know these little dudes over there. And so we went up, we came up with the name. We was in my room. We came up with the name in my room. And
wow.
And we took the Playboy from the Playboy dancers that was over there. We liked that name, Playboy. And that's what he was. I wasn't a Playboy dancer. That's when niggas used to pop lock and all that shit, But at the same time, we came up with the name, and then we went over there in the alley. And I just took over, man, because, I was more verbal. That's probably why I ended up being a preacher, because I like to run my mouth. So I was like, man, we about to be Crips. Anybody that don't want to be a Crip, then get out the alley. Now, this day alley, I'm telling them.
What?
And only one dude left, man, and that kind of like defined my career, because I was the type of dude that I I would kick somebody off before I put somebody on, man, because I didn't like weakness around me. You know what I mean? So if you gonna leave, then leave. You know what I mean? But don't stay and snitch and do all kind of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And work with the police. I'd rather you see you leave. You know what I mean?
Right. Real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah. Man. Or you gonna end up being one of my cases. You know what I mean? Because I didn't play on me. For sure.
For sure. That's what's up.
But, yeah, and that's how it started. You know, it was about 9 of us in the alley, you know, big pirate, you know, and I can't remember everybody that was there. I can remember the ones that came with me, and that was in the room with me and Don Juan, Big Boxer, and Crazy, J-Lo. And so, you know, but the ones that was with Pirate, the ones that hung on that street, I can't remember exactly who was there. You know, I know Dusty was there. Big shout out to Dusty. It was a few homies there, man. But you know, I don't really. Everybody go, man. Who was there on the first day? It don't matter who was there on the first day. It didn't matter who was there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you know, because some people came later. Like everybody know my homeboy Big Insane. That dude was a beast, homie. Straight monster. He wasn't no joke, homie. I mean, he was in YA when we started the set. You know what I mean? So it don't matter if he was there from day one. What matters is the work you put in.
Right.
And the dedication that you put in. You know what I mean? So, you know, but yeah, that's pretty much how that jumped off, man. Didn't nobody come over there and tell us we gonna do this. We did it ourselves. You know, that's why we was more like a clan. We was more like a family. You know what I mean? You know, everybody knew everybody, mama and all that there. You know what I'm saying? And so we fought a lot of big gangs, man. You know, we was a small gang, but we was vicious because we was a family. We wasn't just regular gang. You know what I mean? No loyalty. You know, throwing dudes under the bus and all that. We didn't do all that. We didn't tolerate all that. It ain't like that now. You know, because the culture is different. The culture. Right. As far as I'm concerned, homie, and I done said this before, and I don't care if nobody like it, ain't no more Crips and Bloods, man. Ain't no more Crips. These dudes are something else, man. This done morphed into something, bro. This ain't no Crips and Bloods. They don't talk like Crips and Bloods. They don't get down like Crips and Bloods. They ain't got no loyalty. They ain't got no heart, homie. You got this nigga, Charleston White, walking around, you know, doing whatever he want to do. Ain't no back in the day. That nigga I just looked at a video. That nigga said F Toady.
Yeah. I seen that.
How are you able to do that? How are you able to say F Nipsey or F
but see, Jay, see, OG, he out of state. He ain't gonna come here and say that shit. He on the computer somewhere. You feel me?
Man, trust and believe me. It's Playboy gangsters everywhere. It's some Crips in Dallas, homie. It's some A-Trays in Dallas.
Right.
Yes, sir. That's where he is. It's some A-Trays in Dallas. I know some of them out there.
Right.
That's what I do. I travel all over. I just was in New York in July. The homies is deep out there. Alabama, Denver, Oklahoma, not Tennessee, but out there, wherever they are. You know, they everywhere, homie. Yep.
Right, but...
and so I travel Florida. You know, I travel and go, you know, talk to them dudes, man. Try to mentor them dudes, you know. Try to set them on a better path than what they going. Because, like I said, it's no structure no more.
Right.
It's just like when we first got to the penitentiary, we didn't have structure. We didn't have structure until we learned how to be organized. And we learned how to be gangsters. See, it's a difference between a gangster and a gangbanger. A gangster is an intelligent entity. A gangbanger just do whatever the hell he want to do. Whatever comes to his mind. You you could after everything was established in the pen, couldn't do that in the pen. You couldn't just go have a fight with a blood or do something stupid, throw some piss on the police. You just stabbed. We didn't play that. You couldn't say nigga over the tear. You couldn't do that. None of that.
Wow. Wow, times have changed for sure.
You had the extra time. But what's on me, I was on the death row yard. I didn't have the death penalty, but they didn't have, this was the max hold. And for the death, it was the death row shoe program. I was in the hole for 10 and a half years. I was in lockdown in what they call it, the hole for 10 and a half years.
Wow.
Yes, sir. It was war after war, man. War after war.
Wow, I'm happy God saw you through that, man. I'm happy you here in alive and breathing, man. For sure, man.
Let me tell you something. I always say this. It wasn't that I was that bad. It's that God is that good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't say what happened. People say what happened. And I remember I spoke for the first time at my old high school that I dropped out of. They invited me to speak for a peace conference. And so, I was in the middle of the thing because I wasn't, it wasn't scripted or nothing. I just got up there because, like I said, I lived this. Ain't no script on this. I did this. And so I'm just freelancing, and talking. And then I was like, I told them some of my, testimony. And then I said, you want to know how I changed? And right before I said that, before I went there, this African-centric lady, you know how them sisters be wearing African clothes and all that. One of them Afrocentric people. And she was like, don't say nothing about Jesus. I said, what? Wow. I said, well, I don't need to go up there.
Right.
How you going to tell a preacher don't say that about Jesus?
Wow.
and so...
That's terrible,
that's like
bro.
telling the Crips you can't say cuz. and so she said they're going to eat you up. These kids going to clown you, I said, I ain't worried about these kids. You know where I came from?
Right.
My neighbor was Charles Manson in San Quentin. He was in the next field. You think I care about these kids? I got to that part where it was like, here it comes. You know what I mean? And then I was like, well, do you want to know if somebody broke a spell or something on me? And they said, what? I said, Jesus Christ. Man, that whole whistling. And I looked at that lady. She looked like she just ate some boo-boo over here. I was like, you devil, you trying to give me nothing to say nothing. But I done been in several situations like that. I remember when I first went to the hole in Tracy, because that's where I was, because I was a young rider, had a gang of points, so they used to put us all in Tracy and Solidar. Tracy was gladiator school. That's where all the well-known top gangbangers like Rainbow for Fire Deuce, Killer D for Fire Trey, Libro, Rob Dog from Long Beach, just straight, Devil for Front Hood. All these dudes that was known, for being hitters, because they used to send YTS people to Tracy. You know what I mean? So I remember when the first time I went to the hole, because I got out on the police. Yeah, they ain't nobody exempt, homie. I take off on them too. I stabbed 2 police in San Quentin. Ain't nobody scared of no police. And so I went in there, and then the Vanguard, that's like a group like the BGF, but it was a combination of Crips and Bloods, but it was like a version of the BGF. They was pro-black. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I get on the tier, and one of these dudes was like, because you know, I'm a young gangbanger, so I say cuz. And I was like, hey, cuz, ooh. And so this Vanguard dude who used to be a Crip, okay? And I ain't gonna put him on blast, but he was like, oh, hey, you can't be saying cuz on the tier.
Wow.
And I said, cuz, what you say? Nigga, I'm a Crip. Nigga, I'm gonna say what I... He was like, oh, you know, there's some bloods on the tier. We just trying to respect you.
Man.
I said that they could say blood. That ain't gonna offend me. But, I mean, what you think we used to say before you used to say cuz? We used to say blood. I'm not offended by that. I remember when Crips used to say blood. You know what I'm saying? Woke up until 75. That was just a word we used. It didn't mean we was red rat. It's, you know, young blood and all that. Remember that? On old movies and stuff? Yeah, that's what we used to say. Because think about it, man. We're talking about organized organisms, homie. We talking about structure. We're not talking about gangbang. See, at the same time, if a Crip do something and the Mexican Mafia say, hey, your homeboy jacked my homeboy or he stole my homeboy stuff, then you got to deal with your people. Because if you don't, they are. And if they do, it's war.
Yeah.
So just because this dude decided to do something stupid and involve all the homies, then rightfully so, he should be dealt with by his own. But a lot of times that don't happen. And you know, when we never fought. You grew up in LA. You know, we never fought Southern Mexicans. That started in the prison system. That was between the BGF and the Mexican Mafia. But we somehow got involved in it. And when we got involved, when the Crips and Bloods got involved in it, it was a whole different game, partner. And they bowed out. They signed a peace treaty with them dudes. They wasn't even fighting them no more. They left us hanging.
Damn.
Because them niggas was hiding, man. They was wearing blue rags, acting like niggas, because they didn't want to get hit. And so the Mexicans got confused, and they started hitting Crips by mistake. And it happened once, and we was like, if it happened again, it's on. It happened again, it was on. So that's the situation what I came into. So when I went to K-Wing and Tracy, that's the whole, every 10 days, I had to fight on the yard against a Southern Mexican or a white boy, because Southern Mexicans and white boys was together against blacks. So you know, you go out and you get locked up for 10 days where you can't get no yard or nothing. All you get is shower. You can't get no yard. So you go into for 10 days. You got to stay in that field. You can't go to the yard. Your yard is suspended. So you know, on that 10th day though, we going out. We gonna dance again. That my whole time in Tracy was like that. That's how I got that long shoe program. Man, I paroled from prison. I paroled, got violated, went back, and still went back to the hole. They were like, your shoe program sentence ain't over yet. They said, if you ever come back, we not gonna put you in the hole. I said, you ain't gotta worry about that, player. Coming back. I ain't been back since. That was 1991. Ain't been back since. You know?
Wow.
Yeah,
all
man.
Right. So,
but it was war, man.
Did you ever think? I don't know if you in tune with what's going on right now with the current Playboy situation, because right now you got viral rappers from the hood like Big Sad 1900. He's doing good. I listen to his music. You know, Playboys is one of the most popular Crip gangs out there. Did you ever think that Playboy would be what it has become today?
Man, it blows my mind. Especially going out of town. You know, I'm gonna send you some pictures, man. them dudes so deep and so organized. It's crazy. I was like, man, I was only 17 years old. I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Wow.
You know, once I got educated, then I learned the terminology, and I was like, okay, that's what I was doing. I was leading by example. I had, I had all the leadership quality. But see, back then I didn't know what I was just being me. You know what I mean? But I didn't know it was going to blow up like that. Nah. I mean, not even in L.A., let alone out of town. Yeah, man. Yeah.
For sure, bro. So, you know what? I like to do this. I don't know if you watched all my episodes, but like I tell everybody, man, everybody, the toughest of the tough, the founders, the weenies, all of them. If you lived in L.A., you most likely been caught slipping by an enemigo. It had to get a pass. Has that ever happened to you? And if so, name the hood, not the person, but the hood, man.
I pretty much can't recall me getting the pass because I was never slipping. That was my religion, never slipping. But I didn't gave passes. You know what I mean? But I really can't recall me ever being somewhere and like putting myself. That's why I don't live in L.A. I can't live in L.A. I'm Jesse James. That's all they. If they see me, that's what they gonna think. They're not gonna say Pastor James Gibbs. None of that. They don't see that. They don't care nothing about that. It's just. I mean, I got 3 strikes out there. I had 6 strikes when the 3 strikes law came out.
Wow.
That's why I left, man. Because, we talking about domestic violence, something like that. You get struck out, homie.
Man. Ain't that crazy, bro? Domestic violence?
Yeah. They had modified the 3 strike law because the first dude that got the 3 strike law put on him, he stole a piece of pizza. And he got struck out. Now, see, that was the main case that they was fighting. And once they beat that, then they modified it. So it's not as sensitive as it was before, but it's still there. And ain't nobody trying to listen. If I get in tune with somebody, and then the police look up my record, who you think they gonna believe?
Not you.
They're not gonna believe me. Right. They gonna be like, hey, you got assault on officers, you got 187s, you got no, you did it. You did it.
Yeah. Man, that's messed up, man. Well, at least you was smart enough to relocate, man. A lot of people don't get out. They get caught up.
Yeah, but you got, bro, you gotta be ready for that too. Because everywhere you go, you pack your bags.
Right.
You can't bring it. If you smoke crack and you say, well, I'm gonna go to Alabama because I don't know nobody out there. They got crack out there. So if you ain't done with crack, then you gonna smoke crack out there too.
Right.
I ain't never smoked crack, but I know it's an addiction, and I know me. I had addictions. I had to go to hood rat rehab.
I respect your honesty, man. For sure, man. That's a big problem nowadays, man. They got the new fentanyl pills and the pookies.
Dog. Yeah, dog. I was up in front hood all the time getting that water, homie. That was my thing.
Oh, yeah?
Man, I used to dance underwater and not get wet, homie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Hey, how long you been clean, man? Respect.
Oh, man, since I've been out here, man, we talking about 9-10 years, something like that.
Oh, I gotta clap it up for you.
Yeah. And like I said, I really wanted to find, if I wasn't done, I could find it out here. So you got to be ready when you relocate.
Right.
You got to, you know, it's even if God tell you about to be blessed. Okay, well, you know, you don't make provisions for that blessing, or you know, a lot of people buy a car, they get a big lump sum of money, and they buy an expensive car, but they don't have a constant income. So now they can't take care of the car. They don't know that a Benz and a BMW and a Corvette cost thousands upon thousands of dollars just to maintain them cars.
Right.
So now the car raggedy. You know, you can't. You know, I did it, man. My dad died, man. I had his Benz shipped out here, and I wasn't really doing all that good then. And man, the shocks had went. You know, they got them shocks where you started and the car go up. You know, the air suspension and all that, and they went out. And it was like thousands of dollars. I was like, man, come on, man. Then I gave that car to my old boy, man. He ended up selling and getting another car. But you know, you gotta know how to manage yourself, man. Somewhere. It's like out here, man. They don't know who I am unless I tell them. So we can be our own worst enemy. And that's pretty much what we've been for years. Crips and Bloods kill more blacks than anybody else. Period.
Real talk, bro. Well, James, man, I appreciate. Well, one more thing before we get up out of here.
Oh man, we not gonna be done after this. We got a lot to talk about.
I want to know.
Part 2, part 3.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. But
it's a connection right here.
For sure, man. We need that blessing, man. And
yes,
I need to know, how did you get approached to be on Crips Bloods Made in America?
Just because my name. You know, I was involved with Tookie and some stuff too, because like when Tookie, like at the end, he was calling me all the time. He was putting something together. And he ended up going, Jamie Foxx, he ended up going, I don't know if you remember, Jamie Foxx played Tookie.
Oh yeah, in Redemption.
I was on that project before. Yeah. And so he used to call me all the time, and we would talk, and we was trying to set the movie thing up, you know what I mean? But then one of the people they sent me from Raymond, he said something stupid. We got all these white producers in my living room. You know, I done made them snacks and all that, and we having a meeting. He gonna stand up in the middle of all these white boys and say, man, I don't trust white people. I was like, this nigga is stupid. This nigga hit his charm stick before he came to me. What this? And the white people turned red. They was scared as hell, man.
Oh, shit. Damn.
So, you know, Tookie was like, man, Jesse, what happened? I said, man, your boy, man, tripped out.
Damn.
Yeah, and then the Baron Davis thing came, and then one of my homeboys, Nico, he was involved with the American Icon, you know, the Rockhead and all that, the Jim Brown. And so he, you know, he shot them my name. And so at first, they was coming around interviewing us, man, all the Crips. But, you know, they wasn't paying nobody. But they wanted you to sign the paper. And I told her, we was over there in Hoover Hood, I told her, man, don't sign nothing. Them niggas coming over here with McDonald's, the little 35 cheeseburger and beer. That's what they was paying people.
What?
Yeah, man. I was like, man, get out of here. Nigga, I'm not signing nothing. Tell Baron Davis, nigga, you can't, cause they filmed me. I was like, you can't use that footage. So holler at me when you're ready. And then Nico called me because, you know, somebody else took over. Stacy Peralta was the producer, and they start paying people, man, for them interviews, man. Yep.
Wow. That's wild, man.
that's how that all happened. You know.
Yeah. But all right, OG, man, we go ahead and wrap it up, man. I appreciate you. Like you said, this is part one, man. Part two
No, this is
coming
part
soon.
one, man. This gonna be a relationship, man. We gonna do this, man. And we got some other things. I got some stuff on the table. I want to try to bring you into too, man. That I'm talking to some producers right now. So we gonna do some big things, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Well,
we gonna let it be known, man.
For sure.
We gonna let it be known.
You already know, man. Hey, S.WigginsTV, OG Jesse James, Playboy Gangsters. We out of here.